Hello, welcome back. Episode 4.
Whoop.
I am, you know what? I like to try and keep myself reserved at the start of these podcasts. I like to calm down, I like to be chill, and just kind of, welcome people to the show. Let it sit in. But I'm a little giddy today, Josh. I don't know about you.
Hold on. Let's start off with the whole weekend, right? So first of all, if your club collected 3 points, clap for yourselves. If your club got a point, 2 fingers.
Well, I did. I got more than that, but
If your club got an L, sit in silence.
well, I mean, we didn't, so that's calm. There's just so many points, but we're gonna have to talk about something because your seat's looking awful empty there, Josh. It's looking awful empty.
Yeah, I'm fucking empty as well.
Amazing. Erik hasn't just emptied out Man U. He's broken Amar. Broke him.
Do you actually know where he is? Is he not coming?
So just for the purpose of this pod, obviously we watched the game before we record. The game broke Amar.
I've never seen a man fight tears so hard.
He was fuming, and he was just there like, I'm not coming on the pod. So I was like, bro, there's 4 of us. We've always done this. If our team loses, we come on the pod. He was like, I'm really not coming on the pod. And I was like, all right, fair enough. So we're potentially looking for a new member. So if you want to join.
I wonder if he's still got United top 4. What do you reckon?
That's all right. I don't think he was ever known what his top 4 was, so it's fine. Josh, you know what? You're the only Man United fan here. I'm going to make sense of what happened today.
Glory, glory, Man United.
United.
Bruno.
I don't even know what to think. I don't know what to say, how to say it, why to say it. Like, that performance was just, 6 games into the league, and I'm already like, I can't wait for the season to end. Like, I feel like Ten Hag now is like pretty much on borrowed time.
Give that man a new contract.
Borrowed time,
He's
brother.
borrowed
He
time.
scored 1 goal at Old Trafford this
Him
season.
himself.
Yeah, well, not him himself, but his whole team.
Yeah.
Sorry, you got Van Nistelrooy. Brilliant finisher in his career.
I think we know what's happening with that one.
What's going on?
I think Rude's going to take over at some point. I don't.
But I like that doesn't even does that make things better because he is part of that managerial setup right now, and it is terrible.
It's not going to make much of a significant difference. It's just going to be like new manager bounce, like an interim comes in and as like a bit of a short spell where they do well, and then shit starts to go down again, and then you're asking for the interim to get out, and it's like, Jesus Christ, where do we go from here? But honest to God, like I know I said at the start of the season, we changed the operations off the pitch, brought some people in, but I was kind of willing to not necessarily give him time, but I was like, let's just relax. Season's just started, but
what? Let me ask you this, because people keep talking about Man United getting back to the level of where they were at, right? Getting back to the heights of winning leagues and stuff like that. Is it possible that Sir Alex Ferguson just took you beyond your level, and now you're just at the level you were always meant to be at? This is you just being the Man United you always were. Sir Alex just convinced you were something
Level
else.
playing field now. People got money to spend. You ain't got that.
And you're back to where you always were.
Because when you look at the team that he won it with in that final season, you had like Anderson, Fletcher, Johnny Evans, who's still fucking here now, Welbeck, players like that.
Should've
But
started.
like, to win a league with players like that obviously takes a very characteristic, very man management style manager to obviously get the most out of not necessarily a lot in every single position, but like, to go more in depth on what you said, like, yeah, obviously more teams are now spending cash. Obviously you got Chelsea, I don't know how much they've spent, but I mean, after what you said, they are starting to
Board knowledge is up.
I mean, they're starting to make something happen. I don't know what that is, but it's a lot more than what we are doing. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is obviously Man City are always going to be spending. Liverpool just got a new manager, but they already had a title-winning team. Arsenal obviously are now starting to spend more. But yeah, I don't know. To answer your question, it's what was you going to say?
Sorry, you mentioned Chelsea. It reminds me of the like back in school when you like the assignment was due next week. You tell your mate, have you done the assignment? They're like, no, I've not done it. You're like, oh, thank God. Get to school, they've done it. You haven't.
Oh,
This is you and Chelsea.
sense.
You've just snaked you and they're like, all right, bye.
You know, the thing is, I keep saying, and my point goes on that, like, Sir Alex Ferguson took an average team, won the league with them, fine. But are you not just an average club? Are you not just a basic ass club? Because you keep showing that. Like, what you finished second once in the last 10 years?
Once.
And it was a massive gap.
Gap.
Are you, because you keep talking about United getting back to a certain level. Maybe you're just at your level. This is it. You're never going to be that again because Alex Ferguson's gone.
When Sir Alex Ferguson left, having won the league in that season, I said to quite a few people, I don't think we'll win the league for 10 years, and they all laughed. We've already surpassed the 10-year mark. That was in 2013. Honest to God, I honestly think it'll be at least another 10 plus years before we even in the question of challenging for the league. Never mind win the league. I feel like I don't even actually know how to quantify what's going wrong, how it went wrong, why there's no, like, we've literally gone from Ferguson, we've come down, gone slightly up, gone down, slightly up. And I just feel like even though we've won the FA Cup, the League Cup in the last 2 years, I feel like the trajectory is just going further and further and further and further. We're now on the verge of being fucking 13th in the league if Bournemouth go and beat Southampton on Monday. It's like we're 5-6 games in. We've spent however much we've spent in this season, in this window. We spent X amount under Ten Hag. We've spent X amount since Ferguson. Why are we not seeing the reward from that investment?
You need 4 more Ajax players, I believe.
And that's one of the narratives that I feel like Ten Hag needs to fucking chill out with. Like, if they're not Dutch or not Ajax, as in he's managed them at Ajax, he's not interested. Like, the majority of his signings are either Dutch or they've played with him at Ajax. Why? Like, I know you might trust certain players, but like, it doesn't mean I think there was a stat. I think it came out either this season or last. Guardiola has only brought back one player that he's managed before, and I think it's Gundogan. Obviously, he's just come back from Barcelona. I'm sure in his Man City tenure, he's only brought one player back that he's already managed. So obviously, Gundo was already at City, went to Barca, and now he's come back. I don't think there's any other instances where he's already managed a player at a different club and brought them in.
Oh no,
at Man City.
He has brought players that he's managed to his.
So obviously, since the start of his Man City tenure, I don't think he has brought in a player that is managed at Barca or Bayern or anything like that.
But like, what is Erik ten Hag? Like, what kind of style are you trying to play? I can't figure it out.
I don't think any of us can fucking figure it out. Like, honest to God, like, it was like in patches in that first half just before Bruno fucking got sent off. But we'll get to that in a minute. It's
Bruno.
Just no pressing. It's empty. Like, I'm not saying we've got the team to press, but at least fucking show that you're trying to press. Like, you're playing against Spurs at home, who realistically are known as being a banter team. You know, they always go missing in big games. They've just made us look like absolute fucking idiots in our own backyard. You know, they was even doing a rondo towards the end of the game. Like, hey, you know, every time they play the ball. When do Spurs ever do that? Ever? They've just put 3 past us. If it weren't for Onana, best believe 6, 7, 8-0. 100%.
But I guess where I get confused and I'm looking at this is, it's like, are you an attacking team? Are you a defensive-minded team? Like, at first I think, oh, okay, maybe you're a bit more defensive, which is why you're not that fast at going forward, maybe. But then, on like the 84th minute, De Ligt's ahead of your striker. And I'm like, what is going on? And it wasn't even like it was a corner. Man was just powering up the park. And I'm like, you've got 10 men and you're a centre-back. Where are you going?
Probably because fucking Xerxes and Hoyland can't do it.
Oh, he's closest to scoring.
Out of the way you guys have been playing this season, Xerxes should not be scapegoated at all. He's been all right in terms of the way you guys have been playing. I know the goals ain't there, but you've only scored 1 at home, and he's.
It's like people saying, "Oh yeah, but Man United are facing less shots, but we can't fucking score. So what difference does it make? You face less shots, but you can't score. It's still going to end up in the same fucking scenario.
You guys have just forgotten the basics.
At least if we can score goals, but we're leaking. We beat teams 3-2, 4-3, 2-1. Do you know what I mean? We can't score anyway. So yeah, we might be facing less shots, and in glimpses we might be playing a little bit better. But what's the fucking point if you're not scoring?
Well, let's talk about a big moment that killed the game I think killed the game for Man United. Was it a red card?
Nah, no chance. No fucking chance. I feel like anything now, the slightest little, like your boots come slightly off the fucking ground. It's like, yeah, red straight away. It's like, I feel like the game's gone. Like, you can't do anything these days.
The game
he was off the ground at one point.
Yeah, but he slipped. If you look before it, like, yes, it was a very unnecessarily trailing leg as he slipped, but like, it wasn't like malicious. There was no intent to put like damage onto the player or to like inflict any, like, you know, when players like obviously going on someone, like what, even some of the tackles more towards the end of the game, they were worse than what Bruno did, and obviously Bruno got a fucking direct red. But
I'm kind of split on it. Like, I can understand he's off the ground. Like, I wouldn't say he's in control of it. And yeah, he slipped, but then why go for it? Why stick your foot out if you've slipped? But on the flip side, do I think he could damage or inflict damage to the opposition player? Do I think the opposition player was in danger? Not particularly.
I don't think that we would have got anything out of the game anyway.
Yeah, I don't know why. You
have a microphone.
I know, but I'm sorry, I'm ready. Finish, sorry.
Even if Bruno didn't get sent off, I don't think we would have got anything out of the game anyway.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that Bruno this season has been hot trash, right? So even if you stayed on nothing out of the game, we had this conversation when obviously the way Tottenham were playing, it was like, did Tottenham do that well? Obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I will say they wouldn't. But in terms of like from Vicario to Solanke, they can get the ball there in like what 10 seconds, bang, bang, bang. You guys from your back. You're holding it. Rashford, has he lost pace? I don't know what's going on.
He's lost his mind and his soul, and he's fucking get out of our club.
The problem is, if you're like a Rashford, yeah, you have the pace to go up the park, but you're going to be up there alone. So what's the point? What is the point in you tracing up with the ball to turn around and find this four Tottenham players around you?
What's going on with Diallo? Like, let him start.
Why? Joke, man.
Oh, let it go.
No.
That you know, the Van de Ven assist for that first goal, that gave me deja vu from fucking Sam Lammers on Wednesday.
Big name for Rangers, yeah, come on.
The way he divided that fucking midfield and defence, not Sam Lammers, Van de Ven. The way he just like, obviously the guy's quick, he's rapid, but like just went right through the whole team.
Van de Ven, Sam Lammers. You could be talking about the same person here, man. To
be fair, it's hard to beat
Sam Lammers.
No, I mean, Man United played for 11 men and lost to 20, so it's like, come on, like, even though you drew.
Oh god!
I'd imagine this is the feeling of being like a West Brom fan or something like that. Like I've been used to like
this is my point. This is your level. This is it. You can talk about we're Man United.
You were experiencing.
This is your level.
You were experiencing what all of us felt when you had Fergie dominating for years.
I don't look forward to the weekends anymore.
Well, we do.
This is Man United. This is your level. This is where you belong. Exactly where you are, and that's it. You occasionally pick up a cup. If anything, we could sit here and say Erik ten Hag's overachieved for you because he's won 2 cups in 2 years.
Well, I mean, that's why we've always said cups are easier to win.
They're not though,
because that fucking clown's won 2 of them in 2 years.
That doesn't mean nothing.
But if you're gonna try to get me to buy it, you're gonna have to try a bit harder, because at this moment I'm just empty, man. Like, after these results,
I bet you are. But let's go talk about a team that's actually doing something. Like Arsenal, bit of a scare, 2-2 going into the 90th minute. Did you shit yourself?
Man, we're playing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not asking him, did he shit himself on the pitch?
No, I said he wasn't replying to when we were
don't do that, because I will screenshot.
I thought he said he wasn't playing.
I will screenshot the messages and put it on the page. You said, 2-2 against the championship team. And the first thing I said to you was still time. Was I sweating? Yeah, a little bit, because of deja vu. I know where we've been before in the past. But then I remembered, this is Mikel's boys. It's the first time on the blower. I was Mikel's like, yo, man of arts, come on, let's sort this out. Okay.
It's the first time I've hate watched for a while. That's the first time I've hate watched for a while.
Brother, I think all you're doing is hate watching. Yeah, it's of every other team.
Listen, our corners, cash money every time. I'm so excited. Like, during the game as well, you could physically see Gabriel like moving out of the way so we get corners and stuff, and it's like every time I get a corner I'm like, it's goal coming.
You score another one this week. I didn't see that game.
Trossard to make it 3-2, and Saka is underrated because he gets it pinpoint perfect every time. No, in terms of he's caught
set piece delivery.
Set piece delivery. Sorry,
like I said, Saka's underrated.
Hey, 6. No, in terms of his set piece abilities, like 6 assists in 6 games, plus goals and stuff. Like man's doing bits.
But then, like, who's ever said he's shit at set pieces? When is that?
I'm just saying, it's just it's being overlooked in terms of everyone's like Arsenal's corners and stuff. But the fact that he's still getting pinpoint passes, there's a reason why we're number 1 for set pieces. But Yeah, it was like a bozo moment. So it was like start of second half. It was like Vardy was on the run. Saliba like budged him. Shouldn't have been yellow, but he got yellow. And then from the free kick, they scored. And I was like, hey, yo. And we've said this before, like 2-0 is not like a safe line. Once that other team scores, momentum shifts. And then like, it was like two different Leicesters. Because the first Leicester were just spreading the legs for us and stuff like that. So it was pretty nice. Second half, I was like, yo, chill. And then Vardy's getting to the game a bit more. I was like, yeah, this guy's had his Red Bull. He's ready for it. Then, yeah, it was like, okay, cool. Trossard scored. I was like, right, we've got this. And then obviously Havertz scored at the end. I was like, nice.
If we go back to the whole United situation and the whole Erik ten Hag, do you think he's been? Do you think he's been lucky to survive as long as he has?
You ten Hag?
Yeah.
I hope he survives to January.
Fuck
I think
yourself.
we might beat you.
Yes and no.
I actually think we might beat you.
Yes and no.
Like every time we have a result like this, do you think he's edging closer and closer to literally like an announcement saying Erik ten Hag's been sacked?
I think it's because you guys are bottling the recruitment process of finding a replacement. That's why he's still there. Because if there was something like Hansi Flick or something like that was available, you guys would have grabbed him by now. But I feel like because you can't find anyone, he's still there.
But I don't get that, because you're sitting here saying, everyone here sat and said, I haven't, because I don't think he is, but everyone sat here and said Van Nistelrooy's his replacement. So if the replacement's already there,
look, that's what
sack
we
him.
believe. Like,
get rid of the door.
Do you think they're just waiting for like a large period of like poor results over and over and over and over
You just
again?
drew with FC 20.
No, I know, but
You
it's
just
it's not over yet.
Absolutely annihilated by a Tottenham, who, by the way, are falling apart. 3-0.
I know,
You've
but
scored once in Old Trafford this season.
just know there was no Son either.
What,
as well.
what string of results are you waiting for? Because it's happening right now.
Sorry, you put Son in Werner's position today. Yeah, that's 5-6-0, bro.
yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Werner, the thing is, you said it. Werner's the only striker that people are going through it. Everyone sits there thinking, nah, it's
He's
all
not
right.
gonna score.
He won't score. Like,
But I think there's a few times he took the piss out of Mazraoui as well.
so how bad does it need to get before he gets sacked?
I don't know. I mean, I'd happily fuck him off tomorrow, but then it's just deja vu again. Like you put Van Nistelrooy in interim, and then it's like he goes at the end of the season and gets someone else in. It's like I don't even know who is on the market outside of Van Nistelrooy that could even do anything like in terms of.
Right here, boys. I'm right here.
At this point, they might as well.
I'm
Look,
right here. We'll get top 4. We'll win European League. We'll do it all, mate. Glory, Man United.
It's a long way.
Also, hold on.
It's a long way back to.
What did your what's that owner? What's his name? Omar.
Huh?
What's his name?
your owner.
The one
Your
that joined-
CEO.
The CEO that joined
Oh,
City. What did he say this
Omar
week?
Barada.
Yeah, what did he say this week?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're
No,
referring
no,
to
no, no,
there.
no. You told me. Oh, did you guys hear about?
Yeah, so he came out and said their kind of plan/vision is they see Man United challenging for the league
In what?
in 2028. 4 years time. 4 years time.
But then I guess
To be fair, he's right. What league? Championship or?
Oh,
don't know.
you're going that
Wait,
low. You're going
man
that
said
low.
you might get relegated.
No, you
No
won't get relegated.
chance.
You won't get relegated.
But like, is that an invalid opinion? Because you finished 8th. Yeah, I'd be surprised if you do as well as 8th this season based on how you're going.
You think we're going to finish bottom half?
Well, you could still finish 10th. It's not bottom half. It's not far off.
You're doing great, sweetie.
And also, you're going to sit and say that you're currently 12th, so keep quiet.
Yeah.
It's a good job leagues don't finish after 5-6 games.
And Bournemouth haven't played yet.
It's a good job. It's a good job. European qualifying phases don't finish after one game as well.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, you're well, you're not bottom half of that. You're also. I think you're also 12th for the Europa League as well.
Yeah, I've not looked after that 1-1.
Because you know the ones we got to go on the page and we've got to scroll. Yeah, you just there like.
Oh, fuck off.
Dash your phone.
I need a laptop to look at the league table.
I wouldn't know anything about that, to be honest.
Anyway, European though. Big win for the mighty Rangers. Come on.
Oh, that was
Dessa's hits the post. But
I was all part of the plan that I thought, I can see him over there. Let me just bang it off the post, then he can score the rebound.
I actually, like, it was a sitter today against Hibs that he's like open goal, header, and he puts it right at the keeper, and I'm like, we cannot keep playing this, man. But you know what? The worst part is, his form's actually good. I think he's scored 9 in the last, 7 appearances.
And dropped him.
And it's like, but that is Dessers. He'll be like, he'll score 9 and 7 or whatever. Like, he's not far off that if it's not that. But he won't score open goals.
Yeah,
and it's like, what do you do there?
I saw a thing on Twitter where it was like he's the type of player where if you like to zoom out and look at the overall season, you're like, decent player. But if you zoom in and analyse the play, you're like,
Game by game,
yeah,
you're
that's
like,
hot trash. Like, what's going on?
he's like, he doesn't know how to play football. but his stats are great, and it's like he is the most infuriating player of my life, because I'm like, I want to drop him, but we'll also lose 21 goals.
He's a Nunes before Nunes was Nunes in terms of easy goal. Nah,
No,
man will go drill past 3 people, bang at top bins.
Oh,
You know,
brother, he'll sit down 4 defenders, come back for it again, then dink the keeper,
And then miss.
but then he'll be put through on goal, open goal, and put it over the bar, and it's like, how are you great and shit at the same time? And I'm like, what do you do with that? Do you drop him? Do you keep him? Like what?
What do you think needs to happen in terms of, obviously he still gets the goals, but if we're looking at the league overall, Celtic are just steamrolling teams with goals. Obviously they're 6 from 6, Aberdeen 6 from 6, but Celtic are more likely to keep it going.
Listen,
How are we getting the goals? Because where they're coming from.
like some of the goals
Also,
Celtic
Big Phil,
were
shout
scoring,
me as well if you need backup. I got you.
some of the goals Celtic were scoring this weekend were ridiculous. I know it's going. Am I happy with how we're playing? Yeah, I think we're going in the right direction. Second half against Hibs was probably the worst second half we've had, but if Dessers could finish, we would have won 2, maybe 3. Like, am I feeling better about it? Yeah, I think we're moving in the right direction. I'm starting to see more. Do I think this is going to be a season of delight for me? Absolutely not. You know, I'm not getting carried away. We're still 5 points behind. We have still got a massive gap to close. Do I think we'll win silver? Yeah, I think we will. I think we will win a trophy this year. Like I said,
Look at that camera right there and say it.
yeah, I think we will win a trophy this year. Do I think we'll win the league? Probably not. I don't think so. Big Phil seems to think we will, but it's his job to say we will. He gets paid like 25 grand a week for it. So I can say it. He can't.
SPL.
But I don't think we will. I think this is going to be a long season.
Another question though is like, obviously take away Dessers, he's there, but where else? Like Lawrence is stepping up a little bit, but do you see where else goals are coming from?
If we had a prolific goal scorer that could finish first time, I'd even detect. Oh.
Because we had the same problem, didn't we, last year? In terms of, like, if you look at the cities and stuff like that, you got that one guy Haaland who will go to go for the golden boot, but then you have all the other players behind that will get like 10 to 12 goals, so it does all like work out. Dessers, if he ain't scoring, like,
Yeah,
JT's goals are pretty much dried up.
The problem is he's physical.
Yeah.
He moves defenders around. Like some of the balls he was playing against Malmo, like he was finding passes and stuff like that, which were great. Like there was multiple times, like we should have beat Malmo 3, 4, 5, and we finished 2-0 against Hibs. I mean, although they got a penalty, arguably you could look at, because that was a bit of a joke of a penalty. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was fucking horrendous. Although Jack Butland saved it, and I'm not going to take it away from him. But you're talking that game should have been 3-4-1, really, and it was 1-0. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, and that is, and I would say that is a large part of the gap is our ability to finish goals. And I think, you know, looking at the players we brought in, you know, like I said, Bryce Ramy, Egamani,
Bryce Ramy look quality though.
they look good. They look good players. The problem is, Egamani doesn't seem to have a passport for some fucking reason, and Dessers doesn't finish. We need to start finishing. If we had a prolific goal scorer,
Yeah, I seen that. I seen the commentators talking about it.
How did he get to Ibrox in the first place? How did you get to Scotland?
So he's not going to be able to play any of your European games until he sorts that problem.
What did you get across there? Sign the contract, launch your passport in the air? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't have one?
I want to know what his agent did in all this, because surely his agent's the one that should be like, right.
Is the deal done? Right, shred this. Like, what? Like, where's your passport? And why did we register you? What is going on? A wild situation. But anyway, we need a goal scorer. That's it, plain and simple. But apparently, the board or the CEOs came out, although it's like fucking a different CEO every week, has came out and said, Big Phil's going to get backed. He's going to get money in January. He's going to get money to spend it, and it's not dependent on us selling players, which is really positive to hear. So that was nice.
And he'd be like, okay, the last couple of signings have been okay, but
I've been happy with the signings.
some of the ones at the start were a bit questionable. Like the guy got on loan for left back that played against Malmo was a good.
Yeah,
signing.
it was good. Yeah, it was good.
Obviously, Conor Barron.
I love him. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Talking
got
about-
a free as well.
Talking about goal scorers, Chelsea seems to have one.
Mr. Cold Palmer.
Cole Palmer 4. Is he the first?
Are you done with Rangers talk now? Anyway, speaking of Chelsea, what?
Is that the first Premier League player ever to score 4 goals in the first half?
Yeah. I got a question for you guys actually regarding Cole Palmer, and I spoke to some friends about this. Do you think we get this version of Cole Palmer in that City team if he stayed?
No.
No, because that's the reason why he went, because he weren't getting any game time.
Well, no, I'm not. I don't think it'd be game time. I think Pep has a very
Yeah.
specific way he likes people to play, and you do not venture out of that. Do you know what I mean? Like you'll find other managers like Carlo Ancelotti, where you can have that free flowing football, and he likes players like Vinny to be creative and stuff like that. Pep doesn't like that. You do what I want you to do. You move where I want you to move. To him, it's like a giant chessboard, and you're going to go exactly where he wants you to, and do what he wants you to do.
Otherwise, he's pulling you off.
Cole Palmer doesn't really work like that, so it doesn't. That wouldn't work for Pep. So, and I think that is a good thing for Pep Guardiola, because to him, while we might sit here and say, Chelsea have lost a baller there, like they've given away 20, 30 goals to Chelsea. To Pep, that wouldn't be the case, because he'd be like, he's not going to play the way I want him to, so I haven't lost anything.
The thing is, hindsight's always a wonderful thing. Like everyone's saying, I can't believe City got rid of him, but like you're not going to know the alternative because he's not going to play. So the only option is for them to offload him for cash. So
Also,
it's
you got to remember as well that the where the clubs are at as well. Chelsea were like bottom barrel at one point, so anything you did slightly good was already glorified, and then he just.
And he's also got a lot of freedom. You can see by how he's
Yeah.
playing. He just looks like
especially since he's moved more centrally, and that partnership with Jackson, they seem to be scoring or assisting each other every week now. So it's like
because they got like Sancho on the right, you got him in the middle, and Jackson up front.
the new comparisons, by the way, right? It should be Palmer versus Foden, right? I'm tired of hearing Palmer versus Saka. It's two
bet you
completely
are.
different roles.
I bet
right?
you are.
I can say bet you are. There was one that started for England, one that wasn't. Anyway, Palmer versus Foden should be the talk because they play more similar together. And another thing as well, Amar's not here.
So hold
I
on,
never want to
you're
say.
you're going for Gareth Southgate's tactical judgments as a reason to say Saka's better than Cole Palmer.
I mean, Lee Carson also plays Saka over Palmer, but anyway, keep that comparison is not the same. Put Saka with other wingers.
But why
right?
can't we play Saka and Palmer in the
No,
England
you
team?
can, but hey, I don't know. But I'm saying the new conversation is Palmer versus Foden. Which one gets in? I don't want to be hearing, Palmer versus Saka, because we know Saka's in there, right? Okay.
Cole Palmer scored 4 goals in the first half, but you don't want to compare him with Saka. Yeah, I hear that.
I reckon Palmer gets more goal contributions this year than what your boy Saka does.
Okay, cool. We'll still finish out on them. They can enjoy their goal contributions.
Yeah, that's fine, but we're talking about individual accomplishments at this point.
Hey, bruh. Saka's on there. Man's just doing
But
his thing.
don't compare my golden boy.
No, it's a different rate. It's like, what is the, like, I don't get it. Like,
Arsenal's called.
why does Foden get away with murder, right? Foden and Palmer, they're both central players. So why compare them to wingers?
I think it's more just the attacking contribution of both of them. That people are comparing.
Compared to Salah, then Salah's the best winger in the league.
Because you're comparing players that are of a similar age. And Cole Palmer did play on the wing. Like, it's not like he wasn't there.
Yeah, but then he really
he did play that, and he's been transitioned to midfield. Transitioned.
and that's where he's been
fine,
like really balling from.
fine. He's been transitioned to the middle, but they are similar ages. They came through similar structures. They were similar players. That's why they get compared. You're not going to sit and compare a 22-year-old to a 33-year-old. Like, that's not the same context.
Hey, bro, Lamine Yamal's being compared to some of the wingers in the world.
Yeah, he's being compared because he is way overachieving for someone his age, which is ridiculous. So, which other 17-year-olds
Palmer's overachieved for his age. Why can't we compare him to
which other 17-year-olds do you compare Lamal to? And why even bother? He's beyond them.
Arda
Do you know what I mean?
Güler.
We're not talking like fair play. If Lamal was 24 and we were comparing him to Messi 10 years ago, then yeah, I'd be like, okay, calm.
No, you can compare them.
Like,
I'm just saying
it's
it
a bit
makes more
wild.
sense.
But you're
Band for
saying
band.
why are we comparing him
no.
to midfielders much older than him?
No,
because there's no midfielders his age
Bad
doing
for
it.
bad, position-wise, all I'm saying is I'm not seeing comparisons between Foden and Palmer when they both play much more similar than what Palmer and Saka do. Palmer and Saka is two different play styles compared to Palmer and Foden.
Because-
and what I'm saying is why those two are not being compared.
Because Cole Palmer was a winger who's now been transitioned
But
to
then-
be a central striker.
As a central striker, yeah, but he's balling at that position. Why are we not comparing him to Foden?
Foden hasn't been transitioned to a central striker. Foden sits as a cam.
But
Designed
central
to-
striker is still the same role, bro. You could change the name if you want. It's still behind the striker. Palmer's not a striker.
He's played more a centre forward role than he is a centre attacking mid role.
He's not. He's playing behind Jackson.
The thing is, they're always going to deviate between
Yeah.
both. Like, it's always going to be centre forward, then obviously drop back a little bit deeper when obviously they're defending. Like, it's always going to be in between.
But moving forward, anyway, with the England setup, right? Like you said, I'll have Kane up top, Palmer behind, Saka, Gordon, Bellingham, Rice.
Bruh. Why are we talking about England? No one cares. Right, you're serial losers. Now let's move on.
If we're serial
Honestly.
losers, what's Scotland?
Yeah, we're joke men, but at least we know we're joke men, right? We're not trying to pretend to people we know how to win our Euros.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue, to be honest.
Yeah,
Can't be out of
exactly.
England.
I don't
What are
want
you
to
talking about? I identify as Spanish.
But you know what I'd like to talk about?
Go
Which we didn't really touch on it last week, and I've been kind of trying to avoid it, but we talk about referees, we talk about decisions being made, we talk about the controversy behind it. Like, how many times did we see this weekend the ball being kicked when play was stopped and no yellow cards distributed to it? We saw it and today, Man U v Tottenham, multiple times.
To be fair, Digne got one today, didn't we? When we watched
Yeah,
the
I've
Villa
seen
game.
that, yeah. But then also, wasn't there something that came out between Michael Oliver and Howard Webb where he said he didn't want to ruin the tempo of the game, which is why he made X decision instead of Y. I can't remember
Yeah,
what it was now.
I
seen it on his, I think it was on
He came
social
out
media.
to Oh, it was Kovacic, the red card, the
Yeah.
fouls against Arsenal when we played them at our ground.
He said he didn't want to ruin the game.
Tackles. He didn't want to take him off because he didn't want to ruin the flow of the game.
Imagine that you worked in a supermarket being like, I didn't charge the customer today, I didn't want to ruin his mood. What? Do your fucking job. What do you mean? No, I let him have the TV, man. It seemed like it'd upset him if he had to pay for it. Like, what?
The thing,
Like, what do you mean? Like, you can't just, I chose not to enable the rules today because, it'd be real upsetting. Or like a police officer being like, yeah, he had drugs, but it would have ruined the party if I took them off him.
the thing is, though, is like
It's your job.
you're dealing with people's livelihoods. Imagine that's the last game of the season and your team goes down because of a bullshit decision like that, and then obviously the manager gets sacked and this happens and that happens.
They got
The other
downsized.
team had a real party mentality on. Like, what are you talking about?
And
That is the rules.
I feel like yellow cards are like warnings nowadays. Like as soon as you do something that would be a warning, now it's like a yellow card.
Listen, don't get me wrong. Give out the yellow cards. I'm for it. Give out the yellow cards. Just the consistency. If he's done it, you give a yellow card. Cool. I know that for the rest of the game, whoever does exactly what he did is getting a yellow card. Don't be like, just give it, make it all the same.
It's like Sam Morsey against Aston Villa today. He was snapping people left, right, centre. I think it took 4 or 5 fouls, and then he went.
That's the thing. Some of them, they wait like João Gomez for Wolves against Liverpool. I think he was on like his 5th foul, and everyone's like, "Where's the card?
Yeah.
No card." But then someone does a little tap.
Mason Mount today, first
tackle.
straight yellow.
I'm like, "What happened to right? That's your first one and your only one. Don't again, I'll card you. That's it."
Like, you used to be, unless it was pretty bad, you'd get a warning, then you get a yellow. Simple. And then after that, you might get another one, and then if you continuously do it while you're on a yellow and if you're not giving the ref a choice, you then get sent off.
And then
Now it's like, if the ref feels like it, you're getting a yellow, but if he doesn't, you're not.
Why did they not take Bruno's to VAR? Is it if they deem it to be dangerous and malicious, then it doesn't go to VAR? Is that the reason why it didn't
Well,
go?
no. So VR, like the referee will basically explain to the VAR panel. I'm just assuming this based on what I've understood of football, so I might get corrected on this. But like, if the referee's like, I saw him, he was off the ground, I didn't think he was in control of it, that's why I've sent him off. Like, all of that is true.
Mm-hmm.
So VAR's not wouldn't intervene on that because what he's describing the events to be is what they were. If he was sitting going, I saw him studs up into his shin, thought he could have broke it, I thought the Tottenham player's foot was planted, none of that had happened. So they would have been like, okay, we're going to show you it again because you might want to rethink this if that's the reason why you've sent him off. So obviously whatever reason or what justification the referee's given the VAR room, they felt satisfied that he had a good view of it. It wasn't a clear and obvious error. It doesn't need corrected.
I think there has to be some consistency now because it's starting to get like obviously 4 or 5 games in and it's already becoming a problem. So I'd imagine it's going to stay the same for the rest of the season unless it
We
changes.
just need a reshuffle with refs because everywhere else, like the Europa League games, the Champions League games, other leagues, we've heard nothing about the refs. They've stayed out of the game. Games have flowed. It's just the Premier League. Like, I don't know what it is.
Well, you're not seeing Scottish refs. I actually think English refs are great. But like, I guess the thing that I'm having a difficult time with is we could talk about the consistency, but if there's no repercussions for referees, why do they care? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, no problem, but my team's doing well, so I'm not going to make that decision.
And
So and then what? Like Michael Oliver, that you pointed an example, can go in there and say, I didn't want to upset the tempo of it. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, imagine you sitting in a disciplinary at work going, yeah, I didn't do my job because I thought it would have ruined the vibe. Like, what? Like, I can't fathom that. But I want to know, what is the consequences? Because as far as I'm seeing, there's fuck all.
And he's still reffing now.
And he's still reffing and doing big games. Like, it makes no difference. And you know what? I get it. Like, you know, the Premier League match officials panel, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, they're not going to sit and go on Twitter and go, oh yeah, that's a good point because someone said they got 20 grand in a game. Right? I get it. Fine. I don't need that. But what is the process? Because right now, what we're getting is what's his face who's in charge, who runs the VR stuff and comes out and explains. Howard Webb.
Yeah.
Right now, Howard Webb, all the process it seems to be is Howard Webb comes out and explains why they made that decision. Right, but that was the wrong decision. So what are you doing about it? What is the punishment? What is the consequence for this? Because they've just cost that team points. We're just going to put them down to a championship for 2 weekends and bring them back again. That's not a punishment. They're still getting paid. They're still doing it. Imagine you were shit at your job. Imagine you were an accountant and cost your company 30, 40, 50 grand.
Because you missed the tax deadline.
And you went, oh, okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put you on a shit roll for a couple of days, then we'll bring you back.
Yeah, because they'll just do it again.
You wouldn't care.
Yeah, no.
You'd be like, okay, fine. No problem.
And when it comes down to it, the ones that get affected the most is like the bottom half teams.
I'm surprised that you're not like the amount of times you were begrudged last season.
Listen, it got to the point. Do you know what? Like,
It was a decision against them.
I'm numb to the pain, bro. I'm expecting some nonsense to happen every game now, so I'm just numb to the pain. I'm just there, like, I hope the boys just switched on. As like, even like with the Trossard thing as well, when he got the red card, it got to the point where Arteta was like, right, boys, we need to stop this. So he started doing a thing where he had to bring like ice coolers into the training ground and stuff like that. So he's making you do like little silly stuff just to stop them getting red cards. He's like, there's not much we could do because the refs are just reffing whatever they want to do. So it's like, great.
What's that? 2 red cards already for you, is it?
And you know what? You know what's crazy? Like, journalists aren't helping. Like, we're sitting in that press conference and Mikel Arteta saying to him, like, what are you doing to kind of reel your players in? Well, did you see, was it Leicester? Where one of the players stood on an Arsenal player, and we're sitting telling Mikel Arteta, what is he doing to reel players in? No booking.
And he kicked the ball away, but
no issues, no problem. Just carry on. You just deal with it. Like,
it's almost like the VAR panel are watching with their eyes shut. Like,
the only thing they're consistent on is if you say, ref, why is he not got a card? That's the only thing they'll give you yellow for consistently.
Yeah, that's because you're chatting back to them.
But anything else will be like, you tell me what to do.
Because obviously, VAR can't tell the ref. You need to go book him. It has to be the other way around, doesn't it? Doesn't the ref have to say something?
What's the linesman doing?
Yeah.
What are you looking at? If not the throw-in, like, it's literally next to you. What could you possibly be looking at else? And if you're looking at something else in the pitch, what the fuck's the ref looking at? Do you know what I mean? Like, is the ref staring at the stands? Have we got what was your keeper? Ramsdale. Have we just got Ramsdale constantly as referees? They can't pay attention for longer than 20 minutes or they get distracted. Like, what are you looking at? How are you not seeing that? How are you not seeing it? Like, I am mind blown by this.
I'm sorry, I want to spin back to United. So I want your views. Ten Hag's just come out and said we will bounce back. There's always a new day and we'll learn from it. My players are strong characters and we will bounce back. We have to learn from this and quickly.
We didn't bounce back from FC20, so Jesus Christ, we've got Porto away next week.
Honestly, if he keeps saying you're getting stronger every week, man, you'll be the strongest team in Europe by the end of this.
Like what you said last week. It's just words. He's just saying anything.
It's all media trained. It's like,
anything.
Right.
You know what? I want to know, right? Based on this, where are you finishing in the league this season? Give me a position.
Can I give you like a 2 positions?
Before we do that, are you getting more than 40 points?
Huh?
Hey, I got to know because last time, like,
are we getting more than 40 points?
I was wrong for thinking you guys saying top 4 wasn't a wild shout, but the way it's going,
yeah, it was a mistake.
I apologise, Man United fans. I apologise. Top 4 is a wild shout for you, man.
If he stays in charge between 8th and 10th.
Oh,
I think you're being kind to yourself.
8th and 10th.
Yeah,
you're saying you're getting
right.
Oh, is that Europa League? No, conference.
So you got the let's say you got the Cities, the Arsenals, Liverpool's, Chelsea, top 4 sorted. You still got the Villas, Newcastle, Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so that's already 8 gone. Who else you got left? Spurs.
I was only 7. That Spurs now 8.
Spurs now 8th.
So you're saying because you went Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea,
Spurs, Villa, Brighton.
Villa, Brighton.
Then
you're saying you.
Oh, 9th or 10th.
Have you put Chelsea? Oh, you did put Chelsea in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that's on the basis that he stays. 'Cause if he gets
looking good, bruv.
if he gets the sack, we might get a little new manager bounce
You know
for
what,
2-3
you know what?
games.
Hey,
No,
Ten Hag, not
I
Ten
tell
Hag.
you
Sorry, Ollie wanted to say that. What's his name? At the wheel.
Yeah, they were talking about Ole Gunnar
Solskjaer, he said he
Solskjaer
wants to come
coming
back.
back.
Why?
Why?
Would he come back?
Why?
What a pointless decision. What a
And then
waste.
he'll do
Why?
shit, get more hate,
Why?
get sacked, and then you're back to square one again.
Like, what is the point?
Although there was a couple of glimpses where we had like a 14-game unbeaten run. Jesus Christ, that ain't gonna happen at this point.
Bro. Trust me. Under Emery, we went 22 games. Don't ignore those unbeaten runs because you'll think, yeah, we're doing bits. Then we actually deep the table. Before the unbeaten run, we're here. After the beaten run, we're still here. So forget those unbeaten runs unless you're Man City.
That is quite like, as a manager, you must feel like, what else? 22-game unbeaten run. Like,
It's like,
come on. Like, come on. Like at that point, you must be. It's on the players a little bit. Like, surely.
it's like, come on, lads.
Like, come on.
Come on. Hey, please.
22-game unbeaten, and we went from 8th to 8th. Like, at that point, as a manager, I'd be like, don't sack me, sack them.
What's that fuck me for?
What do you say fuck me for? Like, that is a wild thing.
All I do now is I just look at the fixtures, looking for like a game where I'm like Ipswich, Southampton. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, you're right. They are looking at that going, yeah, we're picking up a dub here.
Craig said it, right? And you man's laughed at him, but who's laughing now? When he said, you guys are easy walking 3 points, all right? Mans were giving him shade and stuff, yeah? But hey, fair play.
You're becoming an easy...
I honestly can't wait for us to play you.
Aston Villa away next in the league,
Hey,
and Porto away before that.
hey.
You know what? I was sitting talking about our game in January. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, I'm confident we're going to win, but I'm fairly confident that you'll be out and we'll be going through.
I said you'll be out.
So it won't mean anything to either of us. So it'll be fine.
Man
It's
said
a long
you'll
way
be
to go
out.
yet.
You're right.
There's a long way to go yet.
No, clip this. Man said you'll be out. Now, personally, I would have that. Like, that's just me. Like, man said you will be. Man said, glory, Man United, yeah, biggest team in England, it will be out.
Out of Europe, won't be the first
Out of
time.
Europe, yeah, but he's
Nah.
saying Rangers could be in and you could be out.
If I was going to make an actual prediction, like, because me and Amar were talking about this and he's not here to sit and talk about it. We're talking about, he's adamant you're getting top 8. I was like, that's delusion.
Top, where? Up,
Straight away, that's delusion. You're not getting top 8
Out of what?
in Europa League. Like, straight away, that's not happening. But even with that, I was like, I don't even know if you're going to get top half of the next 16.
I still can't believe we're
know what I
favourites
mean?
to win the tournament.
I don't think you'll get top 16, never mind top 8. Like, I actually don't know.
Your only saving grace is literally there's no drop downs. There's no drop downs. Because right now, like, the way you guys are going, if I was to look at teams in Champions League, I generally couldn't tell you who I could say, yeah, United will beat them.
But out of the whole Champions League phase,
Bro, I'm taking the whole Champions League.
the
I
whole
don't even know.
phase.
I don't.
Confidently, I don't know who I can say.
What I
Yeah, you
don't
guys beat
get
them.
is, as much as I don't respect Tottenham, I don't understand how you could be favourites right now.
To
over
win
them.
the whole tournament. I
Yeah,
think
over them.
actually Tottenham might be like a marginal, like slightly ahead of us, but like we're pretty much like leading the race for to win the whole thing.
FC20, man.
who's-
FC20 will be thinking pretty big of themselves right now then. Yeah, I mean, Sam Lammers
It's
thinks
just
he's a top
typical-
striker.
The thing is, it's just fucking typical. Like Ten Hag used to, was it manage or play for them or both?
Manage.
And then they come to our backyard and just nick a point.
Nick a point. Brother, you're lucky not to lose.
It was an awful performance.
It's
Just have a look at the teams and that thing.
I have a game if you want to take it away from the.
Yeah,
if you wanna-
surely. Like, to be fair,
21st.
are you guys playing Galatasaray?
21st.
We play Jose's team, Fenerbahce. innit?
Is it you that play Galatasaray?
I don't think so.
Because that man's got Osimhen and Icardi, and even then he drew, they're cooking.
We're playing Leon next. You've got Porto.
Okay,
We got PSG in
I've got a
Champions League.
game.
I can't believe we got Tottenham. Fucking
I don't know if you two are going to get this one.
Yes or no questions, yeah?
Yeah, you can do, yeah. So this is for you guys at home as well. So you have to guess the player. So I have scored in the Premier League, the Bundesliga, Serie A, Ligue 1 and La Liga. I am still playing now and I play in the Premier League. I am 25 years old.
Oh.
Tuma.
So bear in mind, this player's young and he's been around. He's been around the top 5 leagues already.
Bit
And
of,
he's
a, bit,
scored,
of a, bit of a team whore.
and he scored.
Man's been
he's-
going on loan, no doubt.
He scored at all of them.
Yeah, but he's probably a striker, in which case you'd be concerned if he's not.
He's not a defender, obviously. Although we could have scored a little header for like
Every team he's been at.
Hey, who knows? It depends how long he's been there, doesn't it?
It's definitely not a player in top 6.
No, it's not. It isn't a player in the top 6 of the Premier League.
Okay.
I mean, I don't expect you to sit there for 15
so he
minutes.
could play for United then.
Oh,
He doesn't play for United, no.
So not a bottom half team then either.
It is actually. But just not this one. Fuck off, man. As if we're in the fucking bottom half.
Has he scored this season in the Prem?
Let me have a look.
I've got players ahead, but it's a Spain that's throwing me off.
The Spain.
The Spain La Liga.
No, he's not scored. He's assisted though. If that helps.
You're a J-bag. How would that help me?
Can't help.
But yeah, you're more than welcome to leave it to the end, and I'll come back to it. It's up to you.
All right, cool.
So-
That's good. That's a good one. First one, stop me.
So Prem, Serie A,
So top
Bundesliga,
5.
yeah, French League, La Liga, all of them.
And then, Scotland 6th top league in the world.
Would you actually put yourself 6th?
No.
Okay.
Brother.
I thought he was going to say
I
yeah.
was
Have
gonna
you
say
been
that
serious?
would probably be Portugal next,
Have
isn't
you
it?
seen Dundee versus Dundee United, brother? We're not 6th. All right. That is a rivalry.
I've played on pitches
Tragic.
better than theirs.
You're not wrong. There's actual parks. There's national parks in Scotland that are better maintained than that.
Is that team that like every time you were supposed to play on my season, it kept getting abandoned?
Yeah, and then they
They
got
kept moving it.
was waterlogged about 40 times. I'm like, that is a lake now. That's not even a pitch. That used to be a pitch that is now became a national reservoir. Like, what is this?
And then they just didn't let the Rangers. I think they didn't let the Rangers camp know until like 4 p.m. But like they could have already been travelling.
But you know what? I'm chatting shit. Like Aberdeen, as much as this pains me, I fucking hate Aberdeen.
Put it on Square.
For now. Karma. Tranquilo, huh? Right.
Are they playing on normal like grass pitch or AstroTurf?
They're
Astro-
grass
oh, rude,
pitch, I
bro.
think.
I said Astro.
AstroTurf.
That's a-
Like a
no
fucking,
respect.
one of those goals, pro soccer
Little
players.
fives or power league.
You take your boots off all that black stuff in your forehead.
Got that sand hockey pitch.
And that's why this has got to score.
Honestly, well, no, fuck. I can't score. He's a clown. But anyway, but a really good clown. I don't know. I can't psychologically deal with Serie Odessas. I don't know. But Aberdeen cooking right now. I mean, they've not played no farm team yet, but cooking, unbelievable. 6 wins out of 6. Come on. I say, come on. I don't want them to do well.
Right, based on all the games you've all watched over the weekend and stuff.
Rangers.
Who's the worst? Okay. Standout players for you. Obviously, Cole Palmer.
Serie Odessas.
Why that's
Because he's the only player that can have an open goal and still put it in the keeper's arms.
so players that stood out for you that have been like fair.
As in like didn't expect them to. Or
Tom Lawrence's finish.
So Tom Lawrence. I'm doing
little Man United boy, yeah.
Yeah, listen. That must be nice for you seeing Man United players actually do something.
I mean, I think he only played for the first team once.
Jack Butland saving the penalty.
played for you for once, went on loan, came back and
Yeah, just fucked off, just like Cinnabit.
Yeah, that sounds like most of the Man U players we take. But anyway, that wasn't a dig. That's just a fact. But anyway, who was the player that I think did well? Well, Cole Palmer scored 4 in the first half. Like,
Yeah,
apart from
what even is that?
Oh, apart from Palmer. Oh, okay, sorry.
Like an obvious shout.
That's an obvious shout.
I think the one today that we watched, Delap.
No, thingy for Tottenham.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
off.
Johnson.
Hey,
Cestan
now,
goal, come on.
I don't.
Man was everywhere.
Hey, I don't advocate for this, yeah, but I keep seeing on Twitter bullying works, right? I don't advocate for this.
Brilliant work.
But people are trying to say, right, players need to go on social media.
I
start
can't.
balling.
I actually can't open Twitter in my work. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I actually don't. Like, I'll either get something about football or I'll get some wild shit I do not want to see.
Yeah, you can't speak.
But like that is like people get brazen on Twitter.
It's crazy.
Brazen.
It's,
like
it's a different world.
honestly, they'll harass and bully. Like
It's America on your phone.
Oh, it is actually wild what people will post.
I wonder if
on
a lot
there.
of these players just kind of pass their accounts onto like like people who
I
represent
think
their
the bigger
account.
you are, yeah, like
There was one time, Fashion Sakala missed a sitter against Celtic, and someone posted this guy's overdue some racism. Like,
What the fuck?
What?
It's wild.
That is
It's
nuts.
wild.
Like, as soon as people don't have like a profile picture up, they're like, yeah, let me post whatever the fuck I want. Like,
Yeah.
it is wild.
If you was a player and you looked at that shit, your mental health's going from here to like.
Like, that is a madness.
Was
And
it,
then
was it
Brendan-
Rashford where I think he went to post an apology, like one of his many paragraphs he does for United, and like I think his agent, I think it was Rashford, his agent sent him what to say, but instead of editing it, he posted the exact same message, so he could clearly show that someone's written it for him. I was like, for God's sake.
on it, I understand it, right? I get it. Your social media, your team's going to be posting loads of shit. Like, I get it. But the sheer laziness, remember, like, he posted something like, hard fought 3 points or some basic bullshit like that players always post. Do you know what I mean? An AI had clearly written it for him, and he just posted it, and it was like, and then like someone searched it, and it was like a 4-word sentence. Like, I understand it. You're a footballer. Your social media's popping off. I get it, but you couldn't write a 4-word sentence.
No. To be fair,
4 words.
I'll back them. I'd rather their agents write it for them, only because we've seen what players are like when they have control of their social media. Basuma on Snapchat, they're vaping with the balloons.
Not
and
balloons
stuff.
and shit.
And like he's posting his story, like, dude, do you know who you are? Like,
Yeah, I know. Some of the things. It was Griezmann did some wild shit on social media, which I'm not going to go into. But
You know, there's not worse than when you get beat like today off Spurs 3-0 and the players come out later on, we will fight harder next time. I'm like, I've heard the same
Just
bullshit
shut up. Just
for
shut
fucking
up.
3 years.
you know what?
Ten Hag.
Sometimes though,
Guarantee you.
sometimes what I want from players is just quiet reflection. Do you know what I mean?
Don't leave the pitch, sit there.
A perfect example. Marcus Rashford, the day after the Man City game, right, went out for his birthday. No. What I need from you, after losing to a rival like that, quiet reflection. It's quiet time, Rashford. No more talking, Marcus. Do you know what I mean?
Especially when you're one of the
Turn your
highest
phone
billers at the
off.
club.
Don't do anything
There
stupid.
used to be a little setting on Football Manager. They used to do it in real life, where it's like, if your team that your manager got pumped, like this was like the Football Manager versions ago, the team actually pays for the away fans. So that's sorry for you.
Steven Gerrard did that. He fined Alfredo Morelos for getting sent off, and then used the money to pay back the Rangers away
Like,
support.
you came here to watch. Imagine working 9 to 5. Yeah, I'm like, okay, great, football this weekend. Can't wait. My team got pumped. I'm like, cool. That was my rent money that I used, but cool.
Yeah. It's like, or like they'll lose 3-1 to their main rival, and they'll post, not the result we wanted, but we'll go harder. Not the result we wanted. You must have hit your damn head if you think that's just not the result we wanted. Brother, we didn't just draw. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it's the Champions League where we could have won something. It was a main rival that you got beat 3-1. Not the result we wanted. Or like James Tavernier, and since I'm getting onto this bit, sitting going, oh yeah, I'm disappointed. You're disappointed, brother. Disappointed. It's like the 4th loss in a row. You're disappointed. This is beyond disappointment. Quiet reflection time. Shut the fuck up.
This is why, like, obviously it can never run in the Prem because we'll just take it too far. But like, if you see like Bundesliga and like, Serie A and French League, where the ultras, the players will stand in front of the ultras and the ultras
just
just giving
get
them abuse.
beer.
Like,
Yeah, just
this is our
abuse.
club. If this badge is too heavy for you, get out. Like this.
Didn't they do that at Leon? You know, when they had that
Yeah.
bad start, like they was in like the relegation zone and they just got abuse every home game.
I'll be scared. I don't
You know
care
what?
who I am. I'll be scared.
Fine. That's kind of on the line, but okay. He's still on the pitch, shouting abuse at him. Fine. But there is a line.
Yeah.
No, but the Leon one, to be fair, that one was just there like, some of our fathers, we've been supporting this club for all our lives. The players that wore this shirt before you actually gave everything for this shirt. You guys mean nothing. You need to. So some of them were like, okay, to understand. Italy, different ball game. Especially if you're black, yeah, long day. Yeah, it's long. Just go.
Yeah. You are getting cheesed.
Napoli was the worst one. Napoli, because they got gangs there. So like, I remember where when they won the league, Spalletti won the league. They're like, okay, you won us the league, so we're gonna bring back your steering wheel that we stole 3 seasons ago when you beat us.
Tires as well,
And
everything.
they brought parts of his car back. They're like, oh, we've been holding this for you, but bring it back. I was like,
Hell.
can you imagine that?
Parts of his car returned.
Nicked it.
Fans wild. Lewandowski going to buy,
Did not present it to him at the airport.
and he goes,
Gave it
thanks
to
to this. Lewandowski, when he moved to Bayern from Dortmund, he took his car wheels and they're like, you're not going trading.
Oh, wow.
It's a madness.
Fucking savage.
I was like, oh.
There is a line. Like that guy who was shouting abuse at like this random fucking 24-year-old shitting, shouting outside Ibrox like, "Where's the captain?" Like, brother, no one's bringing anyone to you. Who are you? What do you mean, where's the captain? As if Rangers are going to present the captain to you. Also, what you're going to do is 1-to-1? Fuck off. What do you mean, where's the captain?
It was happening to Gareth Bale, wasn't it, at Real Madrid as well? Every time he was trying to drive out the car park, he was all like smashing his car in and like doing all sorts of mad shit.
Like that, yeah.
Why?
Why? Do you know what I mean? Like, why? And like, it's not even as if Real Madrid weren't stat patting the Champions League at that point. Like, they were still winning everything. And they were smashing up his car. It's like, what? I get it. His attitude was awful. He did not want to be at Real Madrid. Fine. But why are you smashing his car?
Random question as well regarding that. If you're a player, what has to happen for you to like swing back or like try and like square up?
I wouldn't
Square up with what, like a fan or a player? Or
So you're a player, right? Like you're captain of the team, your team's going on a bad spell, and like the fans are just give you abuse. How much can you take before you're like, right, I'm gonna start fighting?
I don't think I'd be bothered by people shouting shit because like
Yeah,
gonna get that anyway.
You're like,
if someone
you see
starts
one where
trying
it's
to get
like, he's
physical
coming
or
up to
something,
me,
then
she's
yeah,
like-
I'd have an issue.
so when you get physical, that's when you're like,
So I'd be like, right, this is going too far. Like, fair enough. You know what? You didn't get the result. I understand why you're upset. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have been that fan that's been pissed off. Do you know, I've never like stood outside Ibrox demanding to see the captain, but
Is that
anyway.
when Jack Grealish got punched in the derby
like
against
that,
Birmingham?
do you know, that's too far.
That's
And
too
it was,
far.
It was by some guy who's like had a job and stuff, and he got sacked and put to prison. I'm like,
literally for what?
was it worth it?
Yeah.
Because Jack Grealish left like 12 months later and is now at Man City and does not give a fuck about Aston Villa. Like, was it worth it? Probably not. Like,
Have you got any ideas on who this player is yet?
oh, I forgot about that.
played in all five.
Yep. So he scored. So not only has he played in all five, he
This
scored.
is tricky because it would have been like, you probably had like 3 games in one league.
You know he's
So-
going to be going on loan to some foolishness somewhere. He's going to be a striker, isn't he?
Is he plays in like an attacking three behind the forward?
Oh, he's more Cam.
Feel the time, I'm just thinking it.
I'm shit at these games.
What's everyone having for tea?
I couldn't remember Howard Webb's name earlier. But I don't know. You're gonna have to come up with it. I'm shit at this. I'm gonna pretend I'm good at
When
this.
he said 25, it's the 25 threw me off because there's loads that have done it.
Just fire someone out. You got 3 minutes left.
No, I'll get back to you.
Do you want me to tell you who he plays for?
Yeah.
He plays for Bournemouth.
You are a jackass.
His dad's an icon of the game.
Oh, Justin Kluivert. Yeah.
Do you know where he played?
Yeah, Valencia.
Yep.
Marseille, Lyon,
No, Nice.
Nice,
Germany.
Bundesliga,
Dani Olmo. Think of Dani Olmo.
Leipzig.
Yep. And then Italy.
I want to say Fiorentina, but it's not.
Nah, think of Jose.
Oh, Roma.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. There's your answer.
Kluivert.
That's a mad one, that.
Brother's been
That's
getting,
a pretty good
he's
one.
been getting whored out.
He's been everywhere.
He has actually been whoring himself out.
And he's
to
been at
any
Ajax as well. Spurs United not signed
He
him.
must be taking Lukaku as an icon, man. Like, he actually thrown himself around to anyone that will sign his name. Madness.
Also, Aymar sent a message during saying he can't make it. I'm not surprised.
Brother, like, I told you, Erik Ten Hag broke him.
Right, we don't condone bullying, but you've seen Brennan Johnson obviously ball out. So if you want to leave a little message for Aymar, be nice. But if you want to leave a little message for him not turning up, it'd be appreciated.
Look, we all take all L's now and then. Like, trust me, I know.
Ours is quite
But
often.
not showing up like that.
Yeah, they're not showing up because your team lost is actually foul play.
I didn't wear a rival top, and I've never got the moral high ground. And that's how bad this is.
Right, vote as well. We're going to put a poll up. Should Aymar do a forfeit for not turning up?
Yeah, it has to.
Oh,
has to.
Yeah.
Has to, yeah.
Has to do a forfeit.
Okay. Final thing. Would you change any of your top 4 based on this week? I feel like we're in the habit. Usually I'd ask Aymar because he changes his every week.
No, mine was still the same.
Brighton are causing me a great deal of stress. Because one minute they'll do all right, next minute they'll do shit. But anyway, your top 4, did it change?
No, stay the same.
What was your top
So it was Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea.
My top 4, I'm going to keep Brighton in there, but we'll see what goes on. Let us know if these results have changed your top 4 Like, subscribe, share. You know what to do. Did you get the person faster than we did? Or well, Erie did. And we'll talk to you soon.
Erik, Ten Hag out.